Now, welcome guys. I wanted to reach out and talk to you guys today about a topic that I think never gets old, something that we are going to continually face in network marketing, and that is getting people to respond to us, right? Whether it's your invite that they're not responding to, meaning they're not going to what you're inviting to, which could be a phone call, a three-way call, a pre-recorded call. They're not coming to your meeting. You're really excited that you're doing this meeting, and no one shows up, or far less people show up to the meeting than you were anticipating. Why? It's maddening, right? It drives you insane. So as you guys are jumping on here, let me know where you are from. I love getting to interact with all of you. I got, again, 2 cameras going here so that we can take care of the people that are our non-Facebook people. I know there's a lot of you out there, so we're recording on a different device. That video link I will make available to you on some different platforms. But for those that I'm speaking to live right now on Facebook, hello, hello. Let me know where you're from. If you are getting this on a replay, let me know. Because, hey, I know it's the middle of the day, right? And so most people will get this later. Just type in replay. Let me know, because that way I know how best to serve you. Give me a little bit of feedback. But we're going to be talking about getting some better results for you today. And I know that if there is some consistency, our confidence goes up. Confidence is up, we go to work. When we're not confident, we don't go to work, right? So we need some consistency. And at the beginning of our business, our network marketing business, one of the things that I see happen more times than not that leads to a distributor doing less is their expectations are not being met. They feel like more people should be getting on their calls, more people should be coming to their meetings, and they just don't know why. And unfortunately, a lot of times, people end up blaming themselves. What's wrong with me? Why can't I do this, right? What's wrong with my friends? And that's just not most of the time what's going on. There's a few principles that you have to understand so that you can be effective in this business, all right? And I'm going to use a couple of analogies. Some may be funny to you. Some may resonate with you. I hope, I don't offend anybody with what I'm going to say to you. But the fact of the matter is, I'm involved in the beginnings of a lot of people's business. I mean, I'm constantly enrolling people, so I'm working one-on-one with them, and I know the emotions they're going through. And a lot of it has to do with the lack of response. And so let's start with a movie. Some of you have heard this analogy before, but you're maybe not getting it, right? Most of the time, you will find out about a movie either through a commercial, which would be a movie trailer, or a friend, right? It's usually one of those two things. They go to the movie and they come back and tell you enough to go, this was the funniest movie, or you got to go see this movie. And that encourages us, right? And so let's talk about the trailer first. Well, the trailer is just a few seconds of what is probably a 90-minute film, right? You might get 90 seconds of a 90-minute film. Think about that, guys, the percentage, okay? And now think about the way you've been inviting people to your phone calls and to your meetings and to your opportunity and to your products. Think about that. Are you giving them 1% of the information? Or are you giving them 10% of the information? Are you giving them 50% of the information? Or are you giving them everything? Here's what I know. Hollywood does a really good job of enticing us to go spend a lot of money, hard-earned money, to go to the movies for entertainment purposes. But nonetheless, they have to inspire us to go watch their movie. And they give us some of the highlights, maybe one of the funniest little scenes, or they'll let us know who the characters are, and maybe that's our favorite actor or actress, and we go to the movies for that reason. alone. Maybe it's not really the subject matter. We just like the actress or the actor, right? And so that's what we need to be doing in our invites. If you are giving them a quarter of the story, half the story, then you've already given them enough to know whether they want more information or not. You may have already given them enough information to make a decision if they're in or out. And that is why a lot of people are not getting results. They feel like, no, they need to know this. So let me tell you this. And well, they ask one question of you, and then, oh man, Pandora's box opens up, and we call it vomiting, vomit all over them, right? That's kind of weird. My hand's doing that, right? All over them. Don't do that. Don't do that to your friends. One, you're not going to like the results. And two, your friends may miss out on an incredible product, service, or company or opportunity, right? So get really good at saying less. Say less to more people. Guys, that's it. Some of you are simply talking too much. Stop talking so much. You know so much. People don't care what you know until they know you care. So you might want to show some interest in them personally. Be genuine. Guys, if you're not being genuine, you're going to lose no matter what, right? People are going to buy you before they buy your product, your service, your invite, guys. If you agree with what I'm saying, drop me a 1 down in the comments, guys. If you agree. Listen, how about this? Drop me a 1 in the comments if you would like to have a better response to your invites, more people on your calls, more people getting to your meetings. Drop me a 1 down there. I want to interact with you guys, right? I want to know who wants better results, and I'll interact with you personally, okay? So back to the subject, people have to buy you first. Like I said, some people go to a movie just because of the actor or actress that's in the movie, right? Sometimes people are going to engage in using your products or your service or join your opportunity just because it's you. In fact, more times than not, that is why they're going to join you. It's not because of your video, right? The company video, the tool. It's not because of that. People get so worked up on what video, what tool should I use, and it's really you. You are the tool, not the video. You are the tool that really opens the door to get to that sneak peek video, right? And so make sure, number one, you're not talking too much, all right? Don't spill the beans, right? I mean, here's another analogy. For those of you that have dated someone at some times, maybe tried to progress to marriage, that is usually a very tricky situation, to say the least, right? Because I don't know if you guys heard that. I guess I should probably somehow turn my cellular service off when I'm doing these videos. But I think the video continues to roll, and I just see these calls coming up, and you probably heard the phone ring. I don't know. But this dating thing can be tricky, right? And so maybe you're on one track of mind, and the other person's on a different track, right? Different thought process. And I'm going to let your mind wander there. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth. I'm going to try not to. But I do know this. There's this proverbial first base, second base, third base, and home, right? Home run. And you determine what those bases mean, but you get my point, guys. You get my point. Usually that takes time to work yourself through a relationship. I'm having fun just saying this, and I know what's going on in my mind. I don't know what's going on in your mind. But some of you will pick up the phone and you give it all up on the first call, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, because guess what? Guess what? If you give it all up on the first call, they don't need to come back to you. You've given them already what they needed, right? They don't need to come to your phone call. They don't need to come to their meeting. They already have you've given them enough information. They've already made a decision. You may have given them enough information to go to, the University of Google. and they start Googling away, right? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you say the product name, the company name, or the service, or maybe even the industry, maybe even saying it's network marketing for some of you is something you can't overcome, all right? And so don't do those things on the invite. If you do, you will not be happy with how many people are getting on your calls and how many people are coming to your meetings, okay? And so make sure that you're just giving them that movie trailer. You're just giving them some of the things that are really exciting, some of the things you enjoy. Like if you go to the movie, you share with them what you thought was the funniest part of the movie. You got to see this one scene, or you won't believe this one action scene, or this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Those are the things you're sharing, right? And you can do something similar to that in your invite to your call or in your invite to your meeting, right? You won't believe what I've found. I am so excited about what I've heard. I feel amazing on these products. It doesn't have to be specific, guys. I hope this information is helping you, okay? So if you will understand some of these principles about the movie trailer and maybe dating and relationships and how that's a deal of progression where it doesn't happen on the first date, right? Then apply that to your business, and you're going to start to see some massive results. And so here's the other thing with your invite. Just be authentic. Be real with them. Don't say, do me a favor. I know at different times, and you may disagree with this, okay? But I know at different times I've heard, and I've even used, hey, can you do me a favor? Guys, listen. Really, what you want is you want them to buy your product, service, or join you in the company. That's what you want. When you get someone on this video or you get them through the process, you didn't want them to do you a favor. You wanted them to join you. You wanted them to buy something from you, okay? And so just be authentic with them. When you invite them, be excited about what you have. Be genuine about your reason for calling them, right? Say, hey, I would love for you to join my business, but I'm sure you're going to want some preliminary information. Let me send you a link. If I send you a link to just a little sneak peek of what I'm doing, would you take a look? Right? So that's the other part of the invite, guys. Some of you are just, giving up so much at the beginning that you're not giving yourself enough room to put them in this funnel or the process. We know it's the second, third, fourth, fifth exposure normally. Fourth, fifth exposure is when people say yes. So when you invite them to a call or to a video, you want to make sure it's clear to them that this is just going to be a sneak peek. Like you're just going to get, call it whatever you want, sneak peek, a little taste to the bigger story. Like I'm just going to send you a little sample of something I'm doing, right? I just want you a little bit of information. I think you'll love what's going on here, but you really need to get the whole story. What's that do? Well, that opens this thing up to you getting back with them and getting them in front of the team, right? Where you get duplication and you get leverage and you get third-party validation, right? So I hope this is helping you. If this is helping you guys, drop a 2 down in the comments. If what I've said so far has helped, drop a 2 in the comments. Let me know specifically maybe where you're struggling, and I will respond. I will communicate with you one-on-one. It's a new platform for me to be able to help you guys. And if you're getting this on replay, let me know. If you're, share it out. Share that. That's the power of social media. I know on this platform, I'm just recording and it's a link, and I can't communicate with you down here in the Zoom world and the YouTube world, really. But on the social media world, I would love to communicate with you guys in real time, and I will do so. I'll follow up with you guys. So I just wanted you to understand, when you begin a business, it's all about controlling expectations. Don't think you're going to call 20 people and get 20 people on your phone calls or to your meetings. If you get 50%, you are unbelievable. Jim Rohn, I think, said somewhere around 30%, and you are going to make millions of dollars. In fact, the analogy is in baseball, if you hit 300, you become a multimillionaire and you're in the Hall of Fame of baseball. Well, that means you struck out 7 of the 10 times. Don't get that twisted, guys. When you first start this out, when you first start inviting, you're not going to get 30%. I don't think. You're going to get around 5 or 10%, which means you're going to call 10 people and you may get one person to get to your meeting or your phone call because you're going to be bad at the beginning. But by the time you swing enough, you'll get to 15% and 20%. And if you get really good, if you really work on your skills, you really work on honing what you're doing and take your ego and put it in check and listen to the people that have made money, eventually you'll get to 30%, where 30% of people are listening to you and saying yes, instead of saying no, not showing up at your meetings, and so on and so forth. I hope that this has helped you guys. Like I said, let's communicate, let's talk. I love this platform, and I'd love to see what you guys are thinking. And in the Zoom world, I'll get this thing posted up for you soon. So with that, guys, I hope you can have some more successful invites. I hope more people start showing up at your meetings and on your phone calls. And if they're not, you know why now. You're probably talking too much and they have not bought into you. Go fix those things and you're going to have an amazing time watching your business grow. And if you got a team, teach it. All right, that's where the leverage is. Teach those principles. So with that, guys, you guys have a great day. Talk to y'all later. See ya.